Good news, folks. If you're visiting me regularly, I have a friend who's coming here in this area. Invited me and my wife to Thanksgiving dinner. He's going to teach me how to do thumbnails. Probably the reason I get so few videos that are watched is because I don't have anything but my presence to show as a thumbnail, and I've got to select between three choices that they give me at random on YouTube. But that's one good thing I wanted to share. The second good thing is that I went back on my old YouTubes, and I was surprised that some of them had hit 1,000 views, while right now I'm only hitting 20 or 30. I can't tell you why, other than I was better then than I am now. And the recommendations that you wonderful folks have given me is to focus on something like health, and the reason that might be good is I've worked in the health field all my life, specifically under the counseling area, clinical social work, psychology, addictions, and then on the side, I guess I could be a person that could advise as far as vitamins, minerals, and things like that to clear up some of what would help me get my cholesterol perfected, and blood pressure and things like that through non-medical medication. Well, would you do me a favor? If you think this is a good approach for me to focus only on health, vitamins, minerals, how they can repair your system. For example, did you know that milk thistle, that's M-I-L-K, second word, T-H-R-I-S-T-L-E, milk thistle, can clean out your liver? So if you've got a fatty liver or cirrhosis, it may reverse it. I don't want to say it may reverse it. It will greatly reduce it. And you may not have to have a liver you may not have to have a new liver. I've worked with several people, being an addictions therapist. I've worked with several people that we use that milk thistle to reduce their symptoms and to prevent them from having to have a liver transplant. They had to stop drinking and smoking. So if this applies to you, that's something you might want to consider. The people that referred them to me were doctors from major hospitals. And it was because they had to see someone each week to keep them on track. So we got quite a bit of experience in that. And in addictions especially. Mental health, mental health has been a hard one, because if it's marriage and family, they wait too long to get help. If it's for behavioral therapy for a teenager, they've waited too long. Us therapists will see them. Some might be a lot better than me and might make changes. But if it's marriage and family, or if it's a therapy to save a marriage, I've saved a few by just meeting with them and being nice to them and giving them some feedback. Same with teenagers. But those two areas are very hard. It's easier for me to deal with addictions because there's a variety of different suggestions I can make, from self-detox to detox in the hospital, to 30-day treatment programs, to 6-month programs. And I found that it's been more successful than working with marriage and family therapists. Marriage and family therapy and behavioral problems with teenagers, where the parents didn't start soon enough to set boundaries. That's all I can say. I hate the word boundaries. Boundaries rub me the wrong way, but so many therapists use that. I'm not a typical therapist. I'm the type that likes to pull what the person is capable of doing, but may have been afraid to do or say. And I may give some feedback of what gentle procedures they can go with, regardless if it's marriage or whether it's with their kids. You don't have to be harsh. You don't have to speak loudly, and you can be gentle. And you may get better results. I've seen it happen. Well, I don't want to say anything negative, but I sure can about what I've seen. But I'd rather be positive and help you with whatever problems or issues. Let's call them issues. I don't like problems. Issues. What issues you're going through. First of all, I want you to realize one thing, Every problem has a limited lifespan. And I'm not talking about divorce or your teenage son leaving your house or cussing at you or something. I guess I need to say what I read the other day. I've heard so many times. It goes something like, treat others like you want to be treated. Treat others like you wanted to be treated. My friend Richard Foster wrote many books. He's a Quaker minister. His son's now an addictions therapist and a university professor. But at the time that I read Dr. Foster's book, No, his son wrote this. His son wrote it in his first book. He's written two that I know. He said he was just acting so out of control that his father who's a Quaker minister just bowed down and started crying. No criticism, no feedback, just started crying because of the behavior of his son. His son's name's Nathan Foster. I think it's in his first book, available on Amazon. Nathan Foster. He's got two books out. I think it was in his first book. I gave a loan one out and never got it back. I do have his second book. Still reading it a second time. But anyhow, what I'm saying is, his father, being that kind, changed him overnight. The fact that his father didn't criticize him, but cried instead, got him off of drugs, got him off of all the bad behavior. It's a God thing that happened. Then they started doing things together, like climbing mountains, climbing the biggest mountain. It's all in the book, and I don't know the title. His name's Nathan Foster, Foster, if you want to read his book, about how his life was changed because his father didn't criticize him and his mother didn't criticize him. That is true family therapy. A lot of y'all have written me notes and said you appreciate my honesty. I have no scripts. Some say more than that. That they could tell I was hurting when I was doing the video. You could see it in my eyes and hear it in my voice. And I can't prevent that. And that's probably why I keep on doing these videos. Because someone told me, if one thing I say helps them, keep doing it. And I'm not doing this for money, okay? I want you to know I'm not asking for 1,000 subscribers. I'm surprised I got one tonight. I'm up to, it was 549 this morning, it's 550 now, subscribers. I thought, who in the world did that? Subscribed. I really don't ask for you to. And I've been told by a friend of mine who's making this living. I just talked to him half an hour ago. I'll see him at Thanksgiving. He says you should always ask for a person to like you, and please consider subscribing to your channel. I said, thank you. Because I don't. Usually. I have before. In the beginning. When I started, which wasn't too long ago. He's going to teach me how to do thumbnails when we meet. That's worth $100 to me. I don't think he'll take it. What I'd like you to help me with, if you will, consider helping me. He said I need to focus on something. And that's why I brought up health problems. And in the health problems, I'm even talking about the psychological issues that I just now revealed to you. And in that health problems, I guess I would need to include things that work for me with vitamins and pulled me out of some bad illnesses. Well, there's another aspect I could. You don't know this. I'm also Baptist minister. I don't tell anybody that because I'm done doing marriages. Even though every marriage I've helped people through are still married. Because I get to know them a lot. if you're married and your minister didn't spend a lot of time with you, and you know what I mean, finding out if you have similar interest, how long you've known each other. You gotta do that if you're going to do a good marriage. Then you've got to do and I didn't always do this. I only at the request if they wanted to well, it included a practice. It included a practice of the wedding, and it included the dinner. And I'm not against doing it again. I don't want to, because most people don't want to spend the time for the counseling part. And it takes so much energy to meet 2 or more times and do the for counseling, and to do the wedding where you practice it and have a dinner, maybe not a dinner, doesn't matter to me. I don't want a person to spend any more money than they need to. And I don't think I ever charged more than $25 for the wedding, and sometimes free. Now, why am I telling you this? Because we can go into the spiritual route. That's a number 2 choice. We can go to health or spiritual. And if I get into the spiritual, I know I'll get a lot more followings, because I watched the spiritual sessions on this. I watch them. They get thousands, tens of thousands of subscriptions, subscriptions. Is that the word? And I have my own opinions. Many times it's the same as theirs, and many times it's totally different. And having said that, I might as well say I've been a Christian since 9 years old. And I'm able to give funerals and marriages under the Southern Baptist denomination, which I did go to the Southern Baptist Theological Seminary in Louisville. Barely made it. Barely made it. not a very good student. Now, after that, I went to Spalding University and made it through that as a psychologist. So that's why I say I can go to two different areas. I don't want to do a psychology deal, but I will do the health deal, which would include some psychology, and also I will be glad to do the spiritual side of a different program. So if you want to tell me if I made new channels, and cut this one out. If I made new channels and focused on spirituality or on health or on psychology, but psychology may be overlapping with health because, see, they're related. Health and psychology is so related that one affects the other. Let's see, how long have we gone now? Hey, we haven't had a half an hour, so I feel good. Now, I want you to think about this, and I don't want you to comment if you don't want to. I don't want you to subscribe if you don't want to. I don't want you to even like if you don't want to, or feel free to dislike if you thumbs down. I think there's a thumbs down. I don't know. I don't look at that stuff. But anyhow, I'm what I am. You're what you are. You know, I try my best. I try to answer. I have been answering in the last few days any comments that come through. And for you, handful of people that keep writing to me, I want to thank you. You don't know. How it affects me for the same people to keep writing to me, because you don't have to. I don't know how you find me. I don't know, but it's always kind and sweet what you say, but I don't know how you find me. I don't know how you know I even produce another video. But for you, my love goes out to you. I'm meeting with a person tomorrow, 96 years old. I'm going to have a good time with him. He wanted to learn how to do what I'm doing, but at 96 he decided not to. We're going to take him some food, eat with him, have a good time. Hope he lives to be 100, don't you? Now, I hung up talking to the friend that's going to help me make thumbnails. If you're listening, Steve, thank you. You told me not to change channels. Just change approaches of what I'm going, focuses. We'll talk about that at Thanksgiving when we get together for dinner. Now, good night, everybody.